guys, my name is Sarah. I am the owner of BAMF Custom Creations, and today we will not be doing a Tumblr tutorial. Instead, we are going to talk about themes on Shopify. Shopify is a platform that you can use that I use for my website. I highly recommend it. I love it. I've used it for over a year now, and it has kind of become my thing on TikTok. So I wanted to upload more vlogs about Shopify and small business tips. So this is the first of many. I have some videos that I'm planning on doing where we go step by step how to start an account and things like that. So I have a lot of things planned, but today we are going to do themes. Themes is basically the layout of your website. It's important because you want to catch your audience immediately and make your website look professional, and you don't need to pay someone to do that. You can do it yourself. So let's go ahead and get started and ask any questions below. Let me know, make any suggestions in the comments of content you'd like to see in relation to Shopify, and make sure you like this video, share, subscribe, all that stuff that people say in the beginning and at the end of YouTube videos. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so you're going to start off already logged in to your Shopify, and you're going to click Online Store. This is where you can customize your themes. You can have multiple themes at once, or even work on themes while you have one already displayed. So if you want a new one, but you don't want your site under construction, you can work on them before you publish them. So this is the free themes. Free themes are the ones that you don't have to pay for, and they work just fine. You don't need to pay extra for the other ones. There are so many different options. There's so many things. I definitely recommend reading the features of each one. You can test out a few, see which ones you like. It's really up to you. I am currently using the debut theme, so that is the theme that I'm going to go over today in this tutorial. Every theme may have different styles that are included that you can use. Using the debut, I currently have the default set for my current website, but for this video today, I'm going to do the light style. You're going to apply it to your, or add it to your theme library. It's going to take a minute to upload to the library, and it will not be your website until you publish it. So that's going to be under actions, and you're going to hit publish once you're done. But until then, you'll wait for it to load, and then you're going to hit customize. After you hit customize, it is going to bring you to the editor here, and a lot of stuff is already preloaded on your theme. Now you can change or edit your website any way that you want to. If this theme doesn't work for you, go try out another one. But we're going to work from top to bottom. So we started with the header, and we're looking at the different options that we can do. So I chose my logo to be assigned in the middle. So you can either have your shop name there where it'll be automatic, or you can go through, upload your logo, and use that there. You can also change the size of your logo. After you're done figuring out what you want in that top section, whether it be your logo, the size of the logo, or even just the name of your shop without a logo, you can change the main menu. Now, this is going to be changed in the navigation section to select a menu, and we'll go over that in a different video because it's a lot. There's a lot you can do there. The next section we're going to go over is the announcement bar. I always have it set to every page because most of the time I have sales listed there, turnaround time listed there, how to contact me, or anything like that. So I like to leave the announcement bar up on every page, but it is not required. Again, your store, you do what makes you happy, but the option is there. If you do have something in the announcement bar, like a sale or a product announcement, you can link anything that's on your website to the announcement bar. So people can literally click the announcement bar and it'll bring them to that page. So I did it to my Tumblr decals and clicked the announcement bar to show that it brought me to the Tumblr decals. You can return to editing the homepage by clicking the drop-down menu above, which will go over the different pages that they show on there. So you can also change the color of your announcement bar and the text color and really the colors of your entire website, which we'll go over later on in this video. So another important thing is under theme settings, which is at the bottom of that, you can add in all your social media handles. So I, as an example, added in my YouTube handle, and I'll show you where it appears for this theme. Make sure you're typing all links in correctly, and then always save your work. it is a tragedy when you don't. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of your page, you're going to see the little YouTube icon all the way there at the bottom right-hand corner. So every icon will show for each social media platform that you enter your information for and allow people to click it and take them to that. So I think that's great because it's leading them to other sources that show your products and things like that. So now we're going to look at the options that are already on this theme. Now remember, different themes can offer different options. For this one, we're going to start with this image with text overlay. This was already preset into the layout that you see here, but you can delete it if you want to. So I'm just scrolling through, picking an image, and then you can change the text and things like that. Now, if you put an image here, keep in mind the size of the image in general, not just the size of where it's displayed. If it's a small image and you're making it extra large on your website, it might be blurry or fuzzy. So make sure you have high quality images. I have a pretty lengthy image that I just put here, and you can change exactly how you want it to look on your website. And you even don't have to have the image with text overlay with that little writing on the image. If you just want the image there, you can just delete the text and you're not required to put anything in. So you'll see here, I am changing the size of the image to what I want. I liked it at extra small. You can change the size of the font on there. It's completely up to you. And then, of course, you can edit what the font is saying. And again, like most other things that you can have on your homepage, everything links to something. So this image can also be a button for a product or a sale or contacting you, whatever you want. That image can be a button for. So anytime you see button label and button link, you can put a link in there and you don't even have to add a label. You can make it to where you can click on it and go on. With the button labels, you don't even have to use anything that's on your website. You can also link to outside links as well. So what you're going to see me doing now is deleting each section that was already preloaded because I like to start fresh. Now, if you want to use what they already have up there, completely up to you. We're just going to start fresh for the sake of this tutorial. For this theme, these are the options that you have for sections. So the next section that we are going to talk about is collection lists. So you can click on collection list, click use, and then you have your list of collections. So I'm going to go ahead and choose some random ones that I like and add them on there. If you have a photo uploaded with your collection when you make a collection, which is outside of this portion, that is the photo that will show that you see here. Now, if you don't have a photo, it's going to just use one of your most recent products that are at the top of your list that's on there. Now, if you have more than 3 collections that you want to show, you can always just click add collection and then add the collection there and it'll show. Or you can delete the other 2 if you just want 1 collection there. It's completely up to you. You can also change how many collections show in a row. So you could do 2, I think it goes up to 5 or 6, 5 for this theme. Completely up to you again, however you want to display your collections. So instead of having collection list as the title, you can change that by clicking on the heading portion and then deleting what's there and then adding in a new title. I think I put shop our favorite products or something like that. Once you're done with that portion, you can go ahead and return to that main screen and then add another section. So the next section that we're going to add in here are blog posts. Shopify does offer an option to have a blog on your website. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything extra for it, and it's on every tier of Shopify. I recommend it. I think it's pretty cool. So I only have 3 blogs on my site, but this is how it shows on my website. I always make sure that the show view all button is clicked because I want people to be able to be led to other posts once I make more than 3. You can also change the title again and how they are displayed if you want 2 in a row, 1 in a row, 3 in a row, whatever you want. Now the next section that we are going to add is going to be a featured collection. So again, collection is something that I'm going to have to do a whole nother video on, but you're basically putting products into a category. So just think of collections as categories. So when you do a featured collection on your homepage, it's basically going to show the products that are in that collection, but it may not show every single product that's in that collection, especially if you have a lot of products. Now, again, this changes with themes, but this one will allow you to have up to, I think it was 6 in a row and up to 4 rows. Actually, sorry, 5 in a row and up to 5 rows. Now, if you have more products than what's showing, make sure you click that View All button so that your customer can look at all the products in that collection. And again, everything is customizable, so you can also change the title. So this one I did check out our latest arrivals. Now, the next section I'm going to show you is Gallery. Gallery is basically just a bunch of pictures if you want to add them on there. And I think it's great, especially if you're making homemade or custom items, or you want to post pictures of your customers using your items. This is a great way to do it. Now, you can add captions to these photos. You can also link these photos to products. So for example, Rebecca from Everything Tumbler Tutorials made that tumbler, and she used my product, the tumbler decal, Saltwater Heals Everything. So I could post that picture on my homepage and link it to the decal that she used. And like I said before, everything you can add a link to. Literally photos, logos, whatever it is, you can add a link to, and it'll take you somewhere, which is great. Now, when you're adding photos to this, you can change the size of the photos. You can base the photos off of one of the photos and the size, but I do recommend making the photos that you upload into this section all the same size when it comes to either being horizontal or vertical or whatever. Now, say you're working on a section, but your theme is live, you can also use the little eyeballs there and click it, and it'll hide the section, and then you can bring it back up, which is great if you're prepping for product launches or anything like that. So now we're going to look at some of the other options. So there's image with text, which is, I have that on my page as a picture of me with a little about me section. You can do anything you really want there. Then text or image with text overlay, which is what we had at the top. Now the logo list, you can use again as clickable links with little images, completely up to you. Then there's slideshow, where again, everything's clickable. You can add pictures as a slideshow. You have a featured product. So if you want to have just one product or more than one on your homepage, you can add a couple of those. Subscribe to our newsletter, which is all the way at the bottom, but you can also put it higher up. If you have a physical location, you can add that. You can just add text in general. And then testimonials is great. We're going to add that section. Testimonials are basically just reviews. You can take reviews and put them in here. I used reviews from my Facebook business page, took them from there, and then added them. I think you can have up to 9, but it's great. I will tell you, I'm pretty sure Debut is the only theme that allows this review section. So if showing those reviews on your homepage is important to you, Debut is the theme that you're going to want to use, because it's the only one, unless you pay for one, that has that testimonial section. So after you add that, the next thing that you can do is a photo with columns. So text columns with images is what it's put under. So you can maybe you have a staff and you want to do information about them, who's on your staff, who's part of your team. Each image can have a button label, which again means that you can link anything to anywhere. Now, you don't have to add these items the way that you want them. You can move them around by pressing down on the little 6 dots that's there and put it there. So now we're at our footer. So the quick links, there is a footer menu. Again, we'll go over navigation in another video. Talk about your business. You don't even have to have that in there if you don't want to. And then newsletter, you can do that for sign up. You can add a menu or text down there. You can show the payment options, which I like to do, and then you can edit that as you wish. So now we are going to look at the drop-down menu that's up here. Let's click on product pages and make sure that we have those set the way that we want to. So the header is basically the same as before. I like showing the quantity selector on my items, but again, that's preference for you, and it's not available on every theme. Sometimes you have to load it a little differently. You can change the size of your product images, where you want it displayed, completely up to you. Mess around with it, see what you like, see what catches your eye, and you can always go back and change it. After this portion, you can go back to the product pages using that back button and then click product recommendations. And this just shows at the bottom of your page other products that you may like because other people have purchased those. So now we're going to go to collection pages. So this is basically when you have your category of items and your things and your products are listed. So you can display your products in however many rows or columns that you want. Obviously, there's a maximum with this one. Some don't have a maximum. It will allow you to do continuous scrolling. I recommend doing the sort by option because that can make it easier for customers to find items, and you can also change the way your items are listed. So next we're going to look at the collection list page. This is basically your list of categories. I have mine listed in my navigation bar at the main menu at the top. I don't have any links that directly bring someone to this page. So again, it's personal preference, and then you can just move everything around the way you would like it. The next section is going to be blogs. So these are your blog pages. This shows what the blogs look like and how you can list them. Again, if you have a blog, this is how you change how it's displayed. And then you have the blog post, so the actual blog that you have listed. I definitely recommend doing the social sharing option so people can share it and bring others to your page. So the next section that we're going to look at is cart. And then you're going to click cart page, enable automatic cart updates, enable cart notes, which I find is important. I love the little notes that people leave me in my cart. So checkout options. There's not a lot you can change here. That's more in the settings outside of the theme settings that you can edit that. And then the rest of the pages that you can look at, there's not much that you can really change. Those are more in the settings that you would change. So play around with it, do what you want, make it how you like it to fit your theme, your style, your vibe that you're putting off for your store. So now we're going to go to theme settings, which is where you can change the colors of your pages and the font that you're using and the size of the font that you're using. This is where you can play around and figure out exactly what you want your website to look like. So obviously colors are the color themes of this theme that you can go and change. The typography is the font, so the title, the headers, and then like the paragraph fonts that you can change and change the size of. Next is the search bar, which you can show, change the options, whatever is in that theme for the options. Then you have social media where you can link all your pages again. I don't know if it's the same as before in the header section, but then you have the favicon, which is basically like a little teeny icon next to your link anywhere. And then you have the add to cart options. So I like the notifications versus taking people to their cart. And then your checkout page, you can change the theme of it. So you can add your logo in the background where it's a little faded, completely up to you. Now, before you do anything, make sure you save it throughout because you don't want to accidentally exit out of it. You can change the theme style. If you decide you don't like the light version, you can hit the default version, completely up to you. When you're also doing this, you can look at how things are displayed in the mobile version, so on someone's phone versus desktop, or you can look at it full screen to see what it would look like on your desktop without all the stuff on the side. So once you save all your work, you can hit that little exit button all the way in the top left-hand corner and it'll bring you back to your themes and you'll see your theme there and when it was last updated. And then again, you can click the actions button and then hit publish when you are ready to publish that theme. So thanks for watching my first Shopify tutorial. There will be plenty more. We will go over a lot with Shopify. There is a lot to go over. Please ask any questions below. I'll do my best to help you. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and hit that little bell thing to get notified whenever I post videos.